If you want to instantly improve your gameplay by just switching a few different settings, then this video is for you. I'm going to be covering 3 different settings across 3 different categories, one being invisibility, one being convenience, and then one being in movement. And I swear to you, if you follow this guide, you will immediately notice the difference in your gameplay. Let's get straight into it. Hey, yeah, I know we just said let's get straight into it, but I do have something crazy to announce to you guys. I'm officially partnered with Rogue Energy. This is my streams before Rogue Energy, and this is my streams after. You can definitely tell the difference. This stuff really works. It tastes great. 30% off code Mizery for the first 3 days. After that, it's going to go down 20%. Not only is it going to support me, but I swear to you, it's the best energy on the market, bro. I'm not trying to sit here and yap to you guys about it. Just get it, test it. If you didn't like it, you can come and cry to me. I don't care. I swear to you, though, you're going to love this stuff. Rogue Energy code Mizery, 30% off for the first 3 days. After that goes down to 20%, so make sure you guys get it quick. And yeah, let's get straight into the video. Enjoy. It has been a minute since I've recorded any sort of off-stream settings guide, so I ask that you guys please stay with me here if I'm a little slow on it. However, the first setting is one that I've talked about in the past. This applies mostly to controller players, I mean entirely to controller players, so if you're an MK player, just go to the next setting. But the first setting is actually going to be in your ALC settings. I want you to go to your settings, go over to controller, scroll all the way down, go ahead and hit advanced look controls, scroll all the way down again, and then you see this setting right here, melee target compensation. I want you to turn that off, okay? I swear to you on everything, your aim assist is still going to be the exact same when you're shooting people. In no way is it going to nerf your actual aim assist. However, what it does do is it makes it so that you no longer have aim assist whenever you're moving around without your gun out. So say you're running past a down person. If you have that setting on, that down person is going to have you drag your aim onto them, which can drastically slow you down, especially in clutch fights. So switching that one setting will immediately make sure that you no longer have those slip-ups and that you get to where you need to be. I know a lot of people actually complain about the fact that they'll no longer be hitting as many melee shots or punches, regardless of if you have aim assist or not. All punches kind of have their own aim assist, even if you're on M and K, if that makes sense. So whenever you punch somebody, your character is going to go towards the person every single time. It used to be a lot stronger. They actually ended up nerfing it. If you ever played, you know, the Shadow Legends or whatever it's called, I forget what the Halloween event was, but if you ever played that, then you'll notice immediately that the kind of like the lurch towards people whenever you punch is a lot more, you know, beefed up. And essentially that means that like every single person, regardless of if you have the setting on or off, is still going to get that like lurch towards the player, the kind of mini lock on that, like if I were to slow this footage down, like you'd be able to see like the mini lock on onto somebody. So regardless of whether or not, you know, you keep it on, you're still going to hit your melees. It's really just a pointless setting in my opinion, unless you want to keep your aim assist on like 24/7, which I don't see the reason. Like if you don't have your gun out, then why in the world do you have your aim assist on? You know what I mean? It's just going to end up getting you killed a lot if you keep it on. So that is the first setting. Try it out and let me know how you feel about it. Alright, and the second setting is actually going to be a mix of a few different settings. A lot of the time I get questions, Mizery, how in the world is your game so vibrant and sexy? And that is a few reasons actually. One is colorblind mode. 2 is custom filters, the latter of which are typically only available on PC. But what if I told you that there was a way to get it on your console as well? Well, I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. First, I want to show you guys the colorblind mode that's actually going to make your game look a little bit brighter. The reason why I personally like having a high vibrance is sometimes with Apex, there's a lot of dull colors. There's a lot of dull skins. You know, don't get me wrong, there are really cool skins in this game. You know, really cool, vibrant skins. However, there still are a lot of dull skins, darker skins, which if you don't have your vibrance up or your saturation up, you might just be missing people. You might literally run right past somebody. So we want to minimize that by turning up the vibrance. So for the first step, I want you guys to go into your in-game settings. Go ahead and go to your gameplay tab. Go ahead and scroll down until you see colorblind mode. I want you to play around with this. Personally, I prefer Tritanopia. I don't know if that's how you say it right, but if it is, then W is in the chat. However, any one of these works. I mean, really, if you just play with that off, it's going to look gross. Just turning it up is automatically going to make it so that your game pops a little bit more. It's not that big of a difference, but it is somewhere to start. It's a good base, you know, to start from. You'll notice that certain colorblind settings will actually change the highlight of your enemies in certain scenarios. It used to be very, very prevalent with the digiscope, which, by the way, where in the world did that go? Did they completely remove that? Like, I'm being 100% serious. Please, somebody answer me in the comments. But anyways, off topic. I'm sorry about that. Pretty much, like, the colorblind settings are going to just change every single thing about your game. It's going to make it pop a little bit more. It's going to make certain colors pop. It's going to make certain colors change entirely. and it's again just a really good base to start from. So now I want to show you guys the actual bread and butter of getting your vibrance up so you can see your enemies better, which is your settings, your external settings. So I'm going to first show how to do it on PC, and then I'm going to show you guys how to do it on Xbox. I'm sure it's the same on PlayStation, but back in my Xbox days I did this and like literally nobody took advantage of it, but here's how you do it. So I want you to tap out of Apex, go ahead and go to your desktop. Once you're in your desktop, I want you to right click on your desktop, go to show more options, and then go to NVIDIA control panel. If you have a different graphics card, then your control panel should pop up right there. If not, look up a tutorial on how to make it pop up. All right, so this is where you get to customize all of the different things like hertz, you know, resolution. You can get custom resolutions here. Like I used to use 1728 by 1080p. There's a lot of different things that you can do in this panel. Go ahead and stay in the display settings. Go right beneath the change resolution, which is where it should default put you on if you did click on the application. And it should say adjust desktop color settings. Go ahead and hit that. And then I want you to play around with the digital vibrance setting right here. Make sure if you have two monitors, make sure that whatever monitor you have and that you're using for Apex is selected. For me, it's this one. And then, yeah, literally just play around with the digital vibrance right here. You know, there's a lot of other customizations that you can do to change the colors of your game. However, this is definitely the best one for, you know, making it pop, making it look just a little bit, you know, better, and making your enemies pop as well. So that's how you do it on PC. Now I'm going to show you how to actually do it on console. As you guys know, I don't have my console anymore, you know, so I'm going to have to show you guys in like a different manner. So let me go ahead and pull that up. Okay, so I'm just going to pull up this YouTube video just so it's, you know, easier.
Take 364.
All right, pal. Let's skip through the intro. A lot of yapping. That's kind of what I do too, so you can't really blame him. But first, okay. So for Xbox, you want to go ahead and hit settings, accessibility. Nope. It's been a while since I've been on Xbox. It is accessibility. Yes, it is. Color filters right there, and then color correction type right here. If you play around with it, you'll eventually find the perfect one for you. Some of them will make your game look a lot uglier, but there's a specific one. I forget exactly which one it is. Maybe he'll say
the accessibility color filters. That's actually kind of difficult to say. You know, accessibility.
All right, bro. I thought I was yapping. All right.
And the wheel. Depending on them, I tell you what each one is. One's a red green filter.
Oh my gosh.
And do it all the way back up.
Okay, so he's using the red green filter. I actually don't know exactly which filter it is, because it was, again, like over 2 years ago when I used to play on Xbox. But I'm telling you, there's only 3 of them to choose from. Turn up the intensity, turn up the color boost, play around with the settings, and I swear to you, you're gonna get the exact same effect that us PC players have with NVIDIA control panel with this accessibility color filter. It looks, chat, like when I actually figured this out for Xbox, it was like it was enlightening, bro. It literally changed my entire perspective of gaming. Like it looked so good. Like that's how much I enjoyed it. Anyways, I'm yapping a little bit here. It's the same thing for PlayStation. If you're on PlayStation, just look up, you know, PlayStation color filters. I do remember it's like in the like disabled area. That sounded. It's in the disabilities tab. That's not much better. Let's just move on before I get canceled. All right, and then the third setting we're gonna go over is actually one that is pretty controversial. A lot of people don't really support me when I say this. However, I have evidence that it is hands down going to improve your gameplay pretty much immediately. Before, you know, we went over, you know, visibility. We went over just a really inconvenient thing, which is, you know, the aim assist, sometimes like dragging on the players even though you're not shooting anybody. But this one is actually going to immediately improve just your quality of life on this game. So I'm kind of yapping again. I'm sorry. Let's just get straight into it. So I want you guys to hit settings. That's right. Boom. All right. Now, again, more controversial, so don't click off the video when I show you. Don't click off the video. Instead, I need you to sit here with me and let me actually explain my thought process. I think you guys already know what it is. I low-key meat right the crap out of this one. Always sprint, baby. Yes, sir. Turn always sprint on right now, dude. Especially if you're on controller. The moment that you move that joystick, just like a good little boy, you're automatically gonna hit maximum velocity. Dude, why wouldn't you want that? Oh, Mizery. I like to be able to walk as well in certain fights. Press the joystick less. You can still walk, Gengi. Now No, I already know so many people just click out the video, but let me explain my exact thought process, chat. With controller, especially on console, listen, you need buttons because at the end of the day, you don't have Steam. You need any extra buttons that you can get. One of which that is crazy slept on is the left stick click. The fact that you can go into your controller settings, go into your button layout, and immediately change what is bound to left joystick click is insane. If you have auto sprint on, that now opens up the door to so many different combinations for new binds. So if you don't want to get a new controller that has like 8 paddles and has crazy Hall effect joysticks and trigger stops, kind of like the Get a Grip Gaming, code Mizery 7% off. If instead you want to, play around with your settings a little bit more, then turning on auto sprint is going to give you an entirely new button to play around with, which previously would not be accessible to you. So I highly suggest it. Dude, I'm telling you right now, like, I understand some of you guys, are on the edge about it because it feels a little weird, but I'm telling you, it's going to make a difference in your gameplay and your overall movement immediately. You're going to feel so much faster. You're not going to have that extra thing. Okay, now do I sprint? When do I sprint? Okay, click it now. Click it now. Like, you don't have to think about that constantly. So minimizing the total things that you have to think about in this game is always a good thing, and that really applies to anything in gaming and really anything in life if you really think about it. I'm not trying to get philosophical on you guys, but that's why I highly suggest it, chat. I mean, if you're not already using it, you're kind of throwing low-key. But yeah, those are the 3 secret settings. Definitely more of a, just random video today, I understand. I'm trying to get my money up, not gonna lie. So I just made a big purchase. I'll maybe make an announcement later on what it actually is. But we're trying to grind. We're trying to lock in, chat. Make sure you guys check out my Twitch. We're not only doing Apex, but we're also doing, like, random scary games. We're doing just chatting. We're doing so much stuff over there. Community games, customs, so much stuff, bro. If you haven't already, make sure you guys go over to my Twitch, hit that follow button. Of course, if you're not already, make sure you guys subscribe here, hit the like button. It helps push me into the algorithm. And yeah, I hope you guys have a good one. I'm not going to touch you this time. Just kidding, I lied. Peace.